Hello, and welcome back to Tinged as Literature. In this instalment, I'll be going over The Incident of the Letter, Chapter 5 of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a novel by R.L. Stevenson. Now, before I go over the chapter, I'd recommend that if you haven't already, to go back and watch the previous 4 chapters in order to gain a better understanding of the chronology of the novel. Firstly, let's look at the storyline of the chapter. The chapter begins with Utterson going to visit Jekyll, who appears to have grown very sick since he last saw Utterson. Utterson immediately asks if he's harbouring Hyde, and in return Jekyll swears that he will never see nor contact Hyde ever again. The Doctor then gives Utterson a letter written by Hyde, who takes it to Mr. Guest, his head clerk, just so happening to be a handwriting expert. Mr. Guest declares that the letter supposedly written by Hyde and another letter written by Jekyll are of the same hand, leading to Utterson to grow more suspicious and believe Jekyll forged the letter in order to cover for Mr. Hyde. Analysis of this scene highlights that Jekyll's practices are not only that of science, but also filled with skepticism and mystery, with the introduction of a thick fog and settings of an antique medical science hinting to the more supernatural than the scientific, which is also presented when Utterson walks through Jekyll's laboratory for a second time, only to realise it has been hugely changed and also destroyed. Now if we go even further into this scene, there are some key quotes that emphasise the change in strength of Jekyll's character, and also develop the mystery that shrouds the now missing Hyde. Firstly, the quote, "Light falling dimly through the foggy cupola," shows a powerful description of the now unkept laboratory, as previously it's been seen to be kept in working order. The use of cupola, a part of the building designed to take in light, in order to highlight the darkness, is a powerful juxtaposition, greatly emphasising the eeriness of the laboratory's current state. Secondly, the quote, "Even in the house the fog began to lie thickly," symbolises the eeriness of the chapter, and that there are large amounts of information being withheld by both R.L. Stevenson and Dr. Jekyll, further suggesting Jekyll is hiding something. Finally, the quote, "held out a cold hand and bade him welcome in a changed voice," implies that Jekyll's current state is a consequence of keeping secrets, and that he's now burdened by the horrid truth that he's unable to admit to anybody, whilst also being subconsciously attacked by the currently subdued Mr. Hyde. Although these are the only quotes I've picked out, there are many more that would be just as useful to look over, so feel free to go back through the video and write down any of the quotes and annotations I've already been through. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be going over chapter 6 in the next one.